Neil from Board Game Happy, and thank you very much for joining me today for a really quick review of September and some of the games that I played. So I'm just going to go through very briefly some of my favourite games from the last month. It was a really good gaming month for me. Less games played, but better quality, I would say, really good quality. So I'm just going to go through a few of them, give you some of the stats. It was 161 different plays over 48 different games. 11 of those games were brand new to me. Less player count this month, only 7 unique players this month, but that was because there was much less meetups for me, work and various other things, but that should be resolved in October for sure, especially with Aircon West. So let me go through some of my favourite games. I will briefly say the first 3 games that I'm going to talk about all come from Travel Games. So I'll put a link in the description, and if you like the look of any of these games or lots of the other trick takers and various other small little card games that Travel Games have in stock, then you can follow that through, but I would highly recommend them. So let me quickly talk about, first of all, Tricky Time Crisis. This is a must not follow trick taking game by Baron John Games. Once again, I got this from Travel Games. This is a really clever game that I really like at 3 and 4. I haven't yet played it at 2. I'm looking forward to giving it a go at 2. But essentially, there is a villain suit and then there are hero suits. And when a card is played, you cannot play the same colour. So if someone plays the villain suit right off the bat, then everyone else will have to play a hero suit. And then if someone plays a hero suit, the next person plays a hero suit, then the last person will have to play the villain suit. Whoever wins the trick gets to decide which card they take into their scoring pile first. Now, if the villain wins the trick, they've got a few tricks up their sleeve and they can change how many they take or not take any at all. And the objective of the game is to, if you're playing, for example, at a 3-player game, you only want to have 2 of each colour and then you score the face value of the cards. Otherwise, you're just going to score points per card that you have in that colour. Really enjoy this one. Really love it. I like the art as well. That's really lovely. But yeah, highly recommended. Once again, that's from Travel Games. The next game I would like to talk about will be Piece of Cake. This is Jeffrey D. Aller's fantastic I Spit You Choose game, and this is, I mean, once again, look at the lovely size of this box, and once again, this is from Travel Games. I'm not sponsored by Travel Games, but I do love them, so that's why I'm talking about these games so much. So I couldn't get this anywhere else, and they had a copy of it in stock, and it is fantastic. So you basically will be setting up some cakes, and then the first player will split them, and then everyone else will get to take their slice of cake, with the first player getting the last slice. You're then going to score based on majorities, and if you don't want to, when you take your slices, you don't want to try and get the majority of the cake, you can turn it over and then you'll score different points based on that. It's a really great game, one that you can teach people in a couple of seconds and get people up and playing really quickly. Absolutely love this. So this is Piece of Cake, really great game. Last one from Travel Games, I promise, but save the best to last. This is my most played game this month, which is Bridge City Poker. This is from Portland Game Collective, and it is an absolutely amazing shedding game. Really great shedding game. If you've not played shedding games, this is a game where you want to get rid of the cards out of your hand as quickly as possible. So if you have played a few, then obviously Scout is one of the most famous ones of those. But in this game, the lead player will play a meld, which is a type of card or cards. So it could be a single card, or it could be a pair, or 3 of a kind, or it could be a run or a flush. And then everyone else must beat that, or equal or beat that. There are special power cards in the game, which mix it all up, shall we say. And then where this is different to, say, like Scout, at the end of the trick, the loser of the tricks will gain more cards from the deck. So you're building up your hand, which is not what you want to do. But by doing that, you're getting more and more options to beat other melds on the table later on. So it's a really clever game, one I really enjoy. Especially good at 2-player, which is really difficult to make a shedding game at 2. So this is really highly recommended, and I love it. There you go. Okay, next off, it's Longboard from 25th Century Games. I have reviewed this before, so you can go back and have a look at my review. This is a Reiner Knizia small card game with really lovely art. And this is fantastic. This is a really great game where you're trying to build a certain amount of longboards in front of you of different sizes and colors, and using all of the numbers in this kind of climbing game. I think you would call it a climbing game, a ladder climbing game, where you're putting numbers, they must be equal to or higher than the previous number played on your boards. It's got a really great variable ending mechanism where once someone has achieved what's required to finish the game, they can just call stop straight away, or they can keep on going for more and more score. And it's really great. I absolutely love it. Loads of different scoring options in there, so you can play many different times. I've played this 11 times this month, which has been fantastic. Really love this game. If you haven't played it, I think it's quite relatively cheap. Go out, have a try of it. Fantastic. Next up, Stomp the Plank. This is an absolutely brilliant push your luck game. It's so good that it's actually pushing out all of my other push your luck games. I've only played this game 4 times this month. That's because I've not had as many meetups. But still, for me, this is my favourite now push your luck game. It was a shame. A deep dive was delivered last month and I was really excited. Played it twice straight away. Really enjoyed it. And I just didn't want to go back to it, because if I want to play a push your luck game, I'm going to play Stomp the Plank. Part of the reason is because of how easy it is and how amazing it looks on the table, but also it's just pure fun. Absolutely love this game. If you haven't had a chance to play it yet, get out and play it. Okay, it's not that great at 2, but if you've got 3 or 4, perfect. So yeah, that's Stomp the Plank. Fantastic game, love it. One game I really did enjoy from that Kickstarter delivery, apart from Point City, which I just posted a review for yesterday, 11 plays of that, fantastic. But one I really also enjoyed, Fit to Print. This is a real-time game that I can get behind. I don't normally enjoy real-time games, but there's something so exciting and addictive about this game, about collecting all of the articles and the advertising and the pictures and just trying to work out, oh, have I got enough, and then the time's really pushing against you. Why I think I like this one so much compared to others is because other people can't call an end to the round. It's only the timer that's going to call the end of the round. So for me, this game really scratches that itch of a real-time game. It's probably my favourite real-time game I've ever played, and it's fantastic. Now, when you play 3 or more players, that elimination of the person who's got the newspaper that is had the least advertising is brutal. And going into the 3rd and final day, people are really watching each other's score on the advertising. Absolutely fantastic. I love that mechanism. Brilliant. I love the fitting of the shapes perfectly into your board. It is something really satisfying when you do a newspaper and it's completed, like really completed. That's an amazing feeling. Absolutely brilliant. I think this is coming to retail next couple of days. So if you get a chance, get out, buy Fit to Print. I wouldn't worry too much about the Kickstarter exclusive. It's okay, but it's not essential. Go and get the retailer version if that's what you can get. Fantastic game. And last but not least is this heavy, beautiful game, Kavango. Now, I've done plenty of videos about this game before. I have done a review or preview. This is now the deluxe prototype. Still not the finished version, but really, my gosh, it's a fantastic game. 13 plays of this month, which actually only equates to about 10 days. I think it's about 10 days I've had this game. Again, lent to me by the designers. And I've absolutely loved every single play I've had of this game. This game is now in my top 5 games of all time, and for me, it's almost gaming perfection because it's so quick, it's so fun, it's so interactive between the players with that drafting mechanism. I know we've seen that mechanism before, but there's something really intuitive with this game where you're building up that beautiful engine at the same time. Absolutely love it. If it's still on Kickstarter, please go and back it. I've gone all in on the deluxe edition because I want those amazing card trays and the deluxe components. I've gone all in on it. I absolutely love Kavango. If you get a chance to play this, do play it. They're at Essen next week. Go and get a chance to play it. I think the Kickstarter's still got a while to go. They're already over 100,000, which I'm not surprised because it's an amazing game. So anyway, those are some of my favourite games I played September. I hope you enjoyed that with some little mini reviews in there. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Cheers!